Name's Brandon Rule, pronouncing him his, and during my time at Cal Poly, I was a political science major with the pre-law concentration, and I had a few minors. For me, the choice major in political science was pretty easy, to be honest. I mean, history was always my favorite subject in elementary, middle, and high school, and I knew that I wanted to study the law since summer of my junior year of high school. And for me, political science was a way to combine the two. In a way. And to supplement my major, to supplement my intellectual curiosity, I chose to pick up those few minors. And honestly, in the end, I couldn't be any happier with my degree. Um, so, speaking more about the major, in political science, you have the choice to concentrate in pre law, as I did, which focuses on the study of American constitutional law, civil liberties, jurisprudence, and the judicial process. You can choose to concentrate in global politics, which focuses on the study of global issues, political systems of foreign countries, U.S. foreign policy. You can concentrate in American politics, which, just like it sounds, is a study of government institutions, elections, and parties in the United States of America. And you could also choose to concentrate in something Cal Poly calls an individualized course of study, or ICS for short. And what ICS does is it provides a unique field of study for students who don't choose to concentrate in any of the three other concentrations I listed. I believe it's three, and instead desire a set of courses that meets their individual needs and interests. So, very much like it sounds, it is an individualized course of study, and students meet with the faculty advisor to plan out their curriculum. And yeah, needless to say, the political science department has a lot to offer. I took classes covering the judicial process, jurisprudence, political thought, the politics of race, sex, gender, and sexuality, social movements and political protest, data analysis, constitutional theory, civil liberties, and civil rights. Just to name a few classes that I took during my time at Cal Poly. And speaking from my experience, every single one of my professors was amazing and truly cared about me as a person, as a human being. Additionally, although a lot of people tend to think that Cal Poly's learn by doing approach only applies to engineering, architecture, some other types of hands-on major or building major, political science easily puts those myths to rest. When it comes to learn by doing, two examples immediately come to mind for me. And the first one being Dr. Dan Otter's test, and the second one being all the different internship opportunities offered by the department. And I know you're thinking like, Brandon, learn by doing, you learn that through taking tests, but hear me out. So in terms of classes I prepare you for law school, I don't think any of them do it better than Dr. Dan Otter's. Dr. Dan Otter, who also happens to be one of the school's pre-law advisors, makes sure to model his tests in the same way that tests are made in law school. So these tests will usually contain a story or fact pattern, as they call it, I suppose. And students will be expected to go through the story sentence by sentence and spot the pertinent issues, the issues at hand, at stake, in whatever the prompt is. So while they most definitely are not the easiest midterms and finals, they make sure that those aiming to go to law school aren't too surprised by the exam format once they make it there. And then touching upon internship opportunities, this is where I think it's especially important to form those relationships with your professors. I actually got my first experience through Dr. Denbo, who's another political science professor, another amazing political science professor, who I had judicial process my first year and basic concepts of political thought my second year. And one day she just emailed me if I'd be interested in working any internships for class credit. I told her I'd like to intern in something geared towards civil rights. And she went back, did research and got back to me and put me into contact with the directing attorney of California Rural Legal Assistance Incorporated, also known as CRLA, located not too far from school. And CRLA's purpose is to fight for justice and individual rights alongside the most exploited communities of our state of California. And through working for them, I learned a lot more about the day-to-day experience of an attorney. specifically a civil rights attorney like I aim to be one day. And I found it to be a very, very, very valuable experience. Um, so that's just a few things that the political science department has to offer, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that Cal Poly bestowed upon me